If you're looking for more tips and advice on working with fine hair, then you will love today's video. This video is creating this hairstyle with our model today, and she has extremely fine hair. It is slightly thinning around the hairline, as you can see in this video. I work with tons of clients exactly the same who struggle with making more volume in the hair, making curls last, and are always mesmerised by how their hair looks after they've had the hair done. Also, this Wednesday, if you are looking for DIY hairstyles, I'm showing you how to create this on yourself. Also a download on a complete guide to starting out as a makeup artist. If you are excited about this video, then hit subscribe and there will be more videos just like it coming along. If there's anything specific that you would like to see, drop me in the comments and let me know at the end of the video how you found this. I've done this set all back off the face. It's all going up and it's going to be coming back into a little bit of a knot at the back. Take a section down and down, and then this is going to go into a bobbles. This is going to be your structure underneath. We'll leave some pieces around the hairline. Kind of going for one of these soft, whimsical, on-trend styles at the moment. You want to make sure that this is tight, but not too tight. So if it's obviously got to stay in for quite a long time, is that comfortable? Yeah. Just cut a little piece, half a piece of a small donut, and I'm just going to put this underneath the head. I'm taking hairpins, we're going into the donut as before, and then pushing down. So you're going always against which area. So if you were going across this way, you'd go across or down. So it's always going to lock into that bubble at the back. You probably need about 4 to 6 of these pins. And just make sure they're nice and comfortable. So again, you don't want these too tight, you just want them to hold that into place. The sides are going to come in on their own, so we want to make sure that the sides blend into this section. Put some volume into there, so we're just going to put some back combing in. We're putting the brush in about 2 inches away from the root, pushing down, keeping the brush in and coming back, going back. We only need a delicate amount. We want to make sure that this is going to last for 12 hours, particularly this is going to be a bride. I'm just going to spray. Take that up. Fanning this, so you're literally getting all your hair into place for where it's going to be pulled in. Put some volume into this section, taking it forward, putting a little bit of volume in there and then taking that back. Then we're just going to use fingers to tease this into place where we want it to go. So we're only breaking up the back combing, but we're not taking any back combing out. We're not smoothing up, we're leaving the texture through. Spray. So with it being fine hair, we want to create a little bit more grab. So we've tried to do it the way that would normally be done on something that you would see quite often on tutorials or online at the moment. And on finer hair, it just will not stay. You could try crimping into your grip, but personally I think that even crimping can drop, because crimping can settle just like a curl. So we're going to put our volume in. We're taking it over to one side. I'm going to put a hairpin on this side. I'm going to take another piece from the other side. So we're almost going to do the braid, but by pinning it. So we're keeping the shape and the crisscross. We can manipulate the blend to make sure that this stays nice on the shape. But now that is going to be much stronger in shape. I wonder if we put a little bit of extra donut underneath there as well. So this, if it's not too fine, you could put a little piece of donut. Personally, I don't like those bump ones. I think they can give you a bit of an artificial shape. But if you take a piece of donut and you cut this into small sections, you can place that at different intervals in the hair. Now, you don't want it too close to where your hair is here, because if you can see scalp, you need to go further back. And then you'll know that that's going to be hidden, but it'll just help create some structure and stiffness and give a bit more of illusion of the thickness there. So that's another option to try. For now, we're going to stay with where we're going. Take this over this side. I'm going to take this in this way. And then just repeat that all the way down. So take a piece from here. Keeping that drape nice at the sides. Split this section into two. And back comb into there. Smooth out around the edges so it doesn't look frizzy. We want to get rid of any frizz or anything like that, but we're still keeping the texture in it. And then this side is going to go over this way. The tails we're just going to pin together. Get those all onto one hairpin, and then they're going to pin up into that donut. So the donut being quite gritty will help keep that hairpin in, so it's not going to slip. All that's together. We've got this softness around the bottom of the neck. There's still some tails there, they're loose. They need to go away. Missed a bit. So you want to make sure all those are in and that is secure. Now, with it being a looser style, if little bits fall out, it will actually look quite pretty, so it doesn't necessarily matter. But one thing I like to do is with a looser style is make sure that it's all in place, because if she's going to be going for 12 hours, we want to make sure that it's going to last, and we don't want too many pieces falling out too soon. Yes, when she starts dancing later and things like that, then if pieces fall down, it'll still look like part of the style. But what you don't want is all those pieces to be fall down before she's even gone anywhere, and then it needing touching up, or she's going to be worried about hair falling out for the rest of the day. Don't forget, it's a hair's finest, so she wants to know that this is going to last and last and last. Right, so framing the face. We're working with the part in here. I'm going to put in a little bit of back combing in the root. So we're only working on a small area. When we come to these side parts, we want a little bit more in, because these are going to be draped into the back of the hair. So gently going to grab pieces of hair and just pull them round. So we're going to start manipulating the hair. Right, we want to keep as much volume as possible. So we've put a little bit of back combing through there. Take a pin into this shorter section. We're pushing up against where we've just come from. Leaving those tails there, they'll be fine there, and then we're just going to lift that little section out, so we've got this illusion of thickness from the front. Leaving this bit of fringe free. Take some hair from here too. And then This here is sat a little bit soft, so we're just going to take a sliver of hair close to the hairline and put a little bit of back combing in that's nice and close to the hairline, so it gets this swish and lift straight out. And then that will sit much better. So you don't want to take your back combing brush, you're just flicking it on the edges just to get rid of any wispy hair. And then you're going to spray that again with some more spray. And do the same again. So we'll twist in this back. Twisting all this back. And then we're going to manipulate that into the hairline so it sits out a little bit thicker. It's not going to come out too far at the sides of the head so she feels uncomfortable. You want it to stay nice and modern. So it will sit nicely from the front. Let's blend a little bit there. And then the back is going to drape nicely into what we've already done through the back. Continue that over the other side, and then that's going to disappear into the donut, and then we're going to repeat that on the other side. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget there is a link below for your free download on the complete guide to starting as a makeup artist, and there is also a link to this video for how to create the curls that we did in here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.